You are now tuned in to Rolling with Rock podcast.
Mila on the track, vibe check, baby.
Yellow Pages on the track.
Shout out Yellow Pages.
Is this thing even on?
Shout out Makai. Yeah, baby. We on.
Yellow
We about to
Pages.
scoop. Yeah. Hottest new podcast on the airwaves. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to Roll on Rock podcast. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the show. I really do. Yes, sir. I'm finna enjoy it. Show is. Yeah, indeed. Let go. Yes, sir.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Rolling with Rock. It's me, your boy Rock. I know I took a little small leave of absence real quick, but y'all know how I go, man. Sometimes you just gotta pause, get your life in order, you know, get all your monkeys in a barrel, so to speak. I just had to get a lot of things, you know, handled and situated. I'm making some pretty big new moves, so you know, with life comes, you know, timing, and you got to time everything out. And it's been awesome, you know, recording as much as I was able to record. But, you know, now that life is actually starting to, like, you know, roll and starting to move, man, I had to take a little leave. So I hope you guys took this time without me dropping, you know, newer episodes and everything to pretty much catch up on any of the other episodes that I did have. There's some good information out there. I got some real good content with some real good people. And I know a lot of people were interested, and a lot of people reached out and contacted me about, you know, the different things that I talk about on the show. So what I'm going to try to do from here on out is just try to touch on more relevant topics that you guys are looking for. And, you know, first, I'd like to say, you know, thank you guys for reaching out, because to me, that just shows that you guys are just as interested and just as invested into this show that I am. And I'm all the way invested into this show, man. It's been nothing short of amazing for me, man. So thank you guys again for, you know, reaching out to me. And I hope I was able to respond to everybody. Now, I know there's a lot of people asking me, yo, when can I get on the show? When can I get on the show? When can I get on the show? Well, it's not as easy as it sounds. I'm very new to the whole podcasting environment. So as far as it goes as, like, you know, getting multiple people on from a distance, that's going to be pretty hard. And not necessarily hard. That's going to be something I'm going to have to do some more research on, because I would love to get you guys involved with a whole bunch of my topics. But if you guys know anything about, you know, getting people onto I guess like a Zoom or like some type of, like, where we share a screen and do like some type of FaceTime thing. I'm able to do that because I haven't necessarily told you guys this yet, but big news bears, check this out. I took a new job position. I'm diving back into aviation, as a lot of you guys know, if you listen to the show. I came out of the military 2 years ago. And what I did in the military was I worked and did like aircraft electrician work. So with that aircraft electrician work, kind of let it go, jumped back into the real world, wanted to see, you know, where I fit in at, what's my best move, my next move out the military. And I've went many different routes, and I've somehow circled right back around to aircraft electrician. The money's good. It's something I spent, you know, 6-7 years doing. So to me, it only made sense for me to take advantage of, you know, the knowledge and the opportunities that I do have in this field. So with that being said, I took a job position, and my new place of residency will be, let me get a drum roll for this shit. Your boy is moving to Saudi Arabia, bro. I know a lot of y'all already, you know, pretty much know for the most part, people that I've reached out to anyway, know that I'm going to be making this big move. Now, this is a civilian contracting job, and I don't want to give out too much details about the location, because I don't want OPSEC and all this other weird stuff to happen. You know, I don't need nobody knowing my exact location or nothing, but I will continue to do the podcast. I'm just going to be doing my podcast from a whole nother country. So Rolling with Rock is now going to be an international podcast. I will be streaming from Saudi Arabia, but I will be listened to in America. I'll be listened to in Australia, Russia, wherever they got podcasts available, man. There's people all over the world, Germany, that listen to the show, man. So nothing's going to change as far as, you know, what I'm going to put out, the content, and, you know, myself. But my location is going to be different. So it is going to be harder for me to get people onto the show. Now, with this move coming up, it's a decent move. It's a pretty decent move, and it's coming quickly. I've my family and everybody already knows I've gotten with everybody that I needed to get with. But for a lot of people who follow the show, I feel like, it's necessary for me to at least let you guys in on that little tidbit. So that way, out of nowhere, you guys are just hit with the wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Your boy is gone. I got moves to make, I got big dreams. I got big dreams. Speaking of big dreams, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about on today's show, y'all. So we're dreamers out here. I know a lot of people have so many good ideas, and a lot of people have so many different talents and different things that they're good at. And I noticed that, like, some people are just very scared. Some people are very scared to take that step or take that chance because they're afraid that if they don't make it, what I'm saying? Like, it's going to stop progress in life from happening. Like, bills aren't going to get paid. And I can understand that fear because for the longest time, I didn't want to chase my, dreams of being an actor. You can laugh or whatever, but like legit, I really wanted to be an actor. I didn't want to necessarily dive into the whole modeling thing, but I tried that out for a little bit when I was, 18, 19. I think I worked at Abercrombie and Fitch. I know some of y'all, know what that story is all about. And I dove into this whole modeling thing. As a matter of fact, I was out there with my boy Willie Montejo. Shout out to Willie Montejo, man. That's my guy. We started modeling together. He's took off now. And now he's like, New York Fashion Week modeling, runway modeling, cheekbones strong and 66 pack muscles. And look, man, shout out to you, man. I'm glad you was able to continue to pursue that modeling dream. But your boy here done got a hold of too many beers, man. And went in a completely different direction. But dreamers, man, like that's kind of what I wanted to get back onto before I got way off topic is, he had a dream, he had a purpose, he chased it. He wasn't scared for his setbacks or his failures or how many times he's going to get told no. And it continued to grow for him. And now that's something that he does and he enjoys doing. With me, I didn't have as strong of a passion to do that. So I kind of let that go. But now I'm more so on a path of personal growth, now that I'm out here on my own, I'm having to, I'm swinging my bat, by myself now. I'm the only person on my team now. It's me and my kiddos. So for me, for the first time in 31 years, so to speak, I'm able to take advantage of what I have left of life and just try to make the best of it. I got a real good taste of how dope life is by the military moving me to Hawaii for 3 years because I lived way too good out there in Hawaii. I had mountains, I had ocean, I had beautiful water, beautiful weather, surrounded by absolutely beautiful people that were from all over the world. And I love that lifestyle so much. I love that opportunity that we had away from family, away from stress, away from drama. It was so perfect, man. I guess I'm somewhat kind of wanting to get right back to that place. Now, the only way I'm going to get there is if I work my ass off to get there. Nothing's going to fall in your lap. But I'm just speaking from my own personal experiences. Me having that lifestyle handed to me, kind of just gave me a little taste of what that was like. And I feel like I want to get back there and, talking to myself and just letting reality kick in and say like, yo, the only way you going to get there is if you work for it. So I had to dig in my bag, and I have the knowledge and I have the ability to do, this aircraft work. So I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to take advantage of the things I do know so that I can get to the places I want to be. And I hope that you guys are able to, one day do the same thing. There's people out there who inspire to be dancers. There's people out there who inspire to be models. There's people out there who inspire to be singers, painters, chefs, personal trainers. Look, I'll encourage every single one of y'all who have a dream or just have a vision of yourself in whatever life you see yourself in. If you see, like, you gotta go after there and get it. We get very comfortable with whatever, job we have because a job helps us maintain. I'm kind of greedy in a sense in which I don't necessarily want to just maintain my lifestyle right now. I want to progress. And I'm only saying that because I'm watching people with amazing potential kind of settle for maintaining. And it ain't necessarily a bad thing. So for everybody out there who's stuck and they like their 9-to-5s and they like waking up every day at the same time and doing the same exact thing, but they wishing they was over here. They wish they could travel over there. You don't have to wish for it. You can do it. But in order to do it, you're going to have to get up and get out and go get it yourself. I don't want to speak for everybody, but not everything's handed to you. So for a lot of us who had to work for it, Just know that work continues to happen. Don't settle right where you at because you worked hard to get here. Now you're here. Now you're stuck here. Continue working. Continue riding that wave until you get to wherever it is you want to be in life. To me, I think it's more important to have a job that I enjoy doing. I want to be able to wake up one day and like be excited to get to work, whatever that may be. Now, for me, I mean, a lot of people already know this, but I want to open up a little club, a little nightclub. I want to open up a restaurant. I want to open up I want to be one of the first black owned bars on Broadway in downtown Nashville. I'm going to go ahead and manifest that right here on the show because that shit's going to happen one day. And the only way I'm going to get there is if I work my ass off to get there. Now, I'm going to take the opportunities that I do have by taking my ass to Saudi Arabia for a couple of years, work out. You get what I'm saying? Like, stack my bread, man. Learn to invest. Learn to get out there and, like, make money for me. That's my whole purpose in all of this, man. There's two types of people in this world. There's sayers and there's doers. Now, a lot of people will say this, oh, yeah, man, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that. And I've been a sayer. I've been saying all my life, man, I want to be rich. I want to be a millionaire. What am I doing to become rich? What am I doing to become a millionaire? Like, until reality kicks in that I'm actually not making that step to get there, it's never going to happen. So I've never wanted something bad enough until I realized that it's never coming. It's never going to come unless I reach out there and go get it. So I'm taking I'm taking this chance to step outside of my comfort zone so that I can get out there and potentially get as close as I can to those dreams I got. And even if I don't make it you know what? We ain't even finna speak like it. I am going to make it to there. I'm going to make it there. I mean, I have to because that's what my mind is set on. And as long as I'm set, it's just like waking up in the morning for you to make it to that 9 to 5. You set on, dang, can't drink tonight because I got to wake up at 5 or 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work. All right, bet. You know, that's what your mind is set on. You setting on waking up to make it to that 9 o'clock job. My mind is set on becoming as successful as I possibly can so that I can live a lifestyle that I don't have to like worry about or, necessarily regret. So I encourage anybody who is, just thinking about taking that next step to pursue whatever dream it is you got, whether that's boxing, whether that's kickboxing, fighting, jujitsu, man, and whether that's, playing the piano. There's so many things that so many people I know dream about doing, man. And I really, really, really can see every single one of y'all doing that. You just got to get out there and actually do it. So you could be the sayer and continue to say it. And let it, let it sit in your stomach for a little bit. Let it rack your brain for a while. Because something in you's got to ignite that fire for you to get out there and go get it. That car you want, them shoes you want, that motorcycle you want, all that stuff, man, it's going to cost you. And you can work that 9 to 5 to get it. But why just stop right there? I guess I've never really been the stay right here, this is comfortable kind of place. Like, I have to continuously be growing, continuously be moving. And that's why I took this opportunity to, take off, leave country, and kind of get my life together, And I also feel like me being away will kind of help out with, developing my own self now, because I'm going through a pretty deep transition. I've been in a relationship since I was 19 years old. Dope, beautiful relationship. Like, this ain't no sad story or nothing like that. But I've been involved since I was 19 years old. I'm 31 now. So now that I'm 31 and I'm back on my own and I'm like by myself now, I really got to figure out who I am, what I'm going to be, what type of person am I going to be, what type of dad am I going to be, what's my future going to be like, do I see myself working a 9 to 5? Do I see myself owning that bar that I want? I see myself doing more than that. I would love to take over the world, but the world ain't available to be taken over with. So I don't want to reach too far into my bag and try to, do the most, but I want to do what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is to watch myself grow. And I want you guys to be able to know that, like, y'all can do the same thing. It doesn't just, start with getting up and moving out of country to get a job, man. There's so many opportunities out there. I know y'all see these people out here reaching out to you for additional ways for you guys to make money, or additional ways for you guys to flip money, or additional ways for you guys to invest in, different types of things that you can do while you still work so that you can eventually get to that place that you want to be at. So again, man, that's one thing I would highly encourage for all of y'all, not just many of y'all, but all of y'all. Everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got something that they want to do that they're not doing right now. And I'm not saying, ball up life right now, throw it in a ball and throw it in the trash can or something like that. Because, I mean, you still got bills to pay. We still got mouths to feed. But live for something, work for something, whatever it is that you do every day. I know people take time out of their day to go work out. People take time out of their day to go to the gym. People take time out of their day to, go craft whatever art it is they're doing, aka a podcast. We all got time to do additional things. So with the time that we do get allotted to us, just through life, try to capitalize on that time. Take 5-10 minutes, try something different, like come up with a different or a new routine. So, that is easier for you. But I honestly do believe that a lot of us are settlers, and we get to a comfortable place and we settle right there. And that's where we're stuck at for the rest of our life. And then we live the rest of our life wondering like, dang, I wish I could have been there. Dang, I wish I could have traveled there. Well, I mean, like, why didn't you work to get there? We should all know that, nothing comes that easy. Well, some people kind of get it to where, I'm saying, mommy and daddy or granddaddy or uncle or just somebody, sugar daddy, sugar mama, is making it a whole lot easier for you than other people. And for those people, y'all have a way better advantage of growing because, that's still money and time from somewhere else that could still be invested to make you a better person. So if don't nobody tell you that, then you never really going to think about it that way. But I think that it is extremely important, to take a hold of that, grab it and just try to make yourself the best version of yourself that you can. Because, again, man, we're going to be stuck in the same spot forever. But anywho, man, there's enough about that topic, man. Now that we back, it's definitely important that I touch on the fact that I mentioned before in my previous episode that now this is my sports version. All right. We got to dive into my sports talk too, because one of the most important things happened to me over my little break. And I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet, but I know you guys know what I'm about to bring up, man. Julio Jones is now a resident of Nashville, Tennessee. Like, I don't know how to contain my excitement. Let me tell you what I did. So when I first got the news that Julio Jones, and for those of y'all who don't know who Julio Jones is, I'll give you guys a brief little tidbit on who Julio Jones is. Julio Jet Jones is a wide receiver in the NFL who came from the University of Alabama. University of Alabama is my favorite college football team. I grew up with some boys from Mobile. They got me onto the Bama train in like 03. I think I was 12 or 13 years old. They took me to Tuscaloosa and everything. And just growing as an Alabama fan, as I really started to gain my interest for college football, Julio Jones was one of the first wide receivers that I got to watch like throughout his entire college career. So as he became one of my favorite players, in the NFL, he went to the Atlanta Falcons. Wasn't really a Falcons fan, but I was still a Julio fan. Such a big fan that, like I mentioned in my last couple episodes ago, I bought his college jersey. Like, legit my favorite football player. He now plays for my favorite NFL team. So I know a lot of people can't understand the excitement, but for me, this is big. This is bigger than us getting Derrick Henry. But the fact that we got Julio Jones, Derrick Henry, Tannehill, A.J. Brown, and then, a phenomenal young defense right now, y'all. I'm head over heels the happiest person in America. And yes, 4 minutes after I got the Julio news, my jersey was purchased. So happy Father's Day to me, and happy belated Father's Day to all the dads out there too. I don't want to forget about you guys, because we all know dads don't get all the recognition that the mothers get for Mother's Day, but daddies, we still do our thing. And mothers, y'all are phenomenal people, and I think that y'all deserve to have a much better holiday. But people be sleeping on dads like we don't do above and beyond to make sure that everybody within the family stays happy. Not speaking on all dads, speaking on the majority of them, which I know. But back to the jersey thing. Yeah, man, 4 minutes after I got the Julio news, I had to cop me a jersey. I'm still currently waiting for my jersey to come in, but I definitely had to get that. And unfortunately, I won't be in Tennessee to come and watch any of the games, but I'm going to catch as many games as I can, overseas if I can. So, shout out to all the apps and numerous ways in which we can watch, football games over there. But that was big for me, man. That was one of the the biggest, come ups from my little break that I took from, recording and posting for you guys was that Julio, we manifested that. So if you guys don't believe in manifestation, if you guys don't believe that you can speak something into existence, just know that one small rumor got us talking on this show, and we done talked Julio up into coming to Tennessee, and lo and behold, weeks later, we found out that we actually ended up signing him, and he's a pretty big threat. He's a top 4 wide receiver right now. He was the best receiver in the league at one point for a numerous amount of years. But, now Julio, he's got some age on him, but he's still moving good. He still looks good. As a matter of fact, I think age may have made him better. Some people leave and go to a different team, and they're able to, turn that into Super Bowl rings, man. As you guys can see from Tom Brady, age really ain't that much. Depending on your position, how you play, and what you're working with. The fact that he's had so many young, talented guys around him, he may be able to exploit more of his talents because, he may not see that double coverage that he was seeing in Atlanta for so many years. So now that we got ourselves a healthy Julio, I am extremely excited to see how the Tennessee Titans perform and how the Tennessee Titans play this year. But that was my little sports tidbit, and I had to throw that in there because, like I said, I'm going to talk everything I can, sports, everything. I'm gonna mix it up and try to keep it as interesting as possible, while also, keeping it real with you guys. Because if you're rolling with Rock, that's something I'm gonna bring up, whether we sitting beside each other, texting each other, FaceTiming, or however it is that we communicate. So that's one big factor that I definitely wanted to do in there. So I'll wrap up the show today by saying, I hope you guys take seriousness. I hope you guys take it serious that it's very doable for you guys to go out there and reach those dreams. I know that a lot of those dreams may seem like they're out of reach, and some of them may seem a little bit unrealistic, but anything that you choose not to do is going to already become unrealistic because you're choosing not to do it. It's not going to happen if you don't even make an effort to try to do it. So again, man, there's so many of y'all out there with potential, so many of y'all out there with talent, so many of y'all out there with great ideas, man. And it is my job as a friend to tell you, go get it. You may need help getting it. You may need to reach out to other people who have either been there, on their way there, or, are leaving from there to progress onto something different. But, ask for help, do some research, try to figure out ways, but I honestly do believe that everybody has the potential to do any and everything that they want to do, whether that's, start a business, open up a food truck, that's some doable stuff, man. I got some friends right now who are doing some pretty phenomenal things with their time and with their life, and they're able to go out there and have the fun that they're having. It's summertime. People are out here buying jet skis now. People out here in boats. New trucks. People out here. This is what people work hard for. It's nothing. None of that is unavailable for you. You're just going to have to work to get there. So again, man, I hope you guys, are having a good weekend. And again, for the fathers, happy belated Father's Day. And I want to thank you guys for rocking with me, and, stay tuned for newer and the next episodes. You guys already know to, follow me on Instagram. You guys can follow me on my Facebook page. Rolling with Rock does have a Facebook page. So if you guys wanted to reach out to me, I would love for anybody out there who would have any of the smallest little tidbit of advice as far as getting multiple videos streaming for me to, post in my videos. That way I can get more people involved. I would love for you guys to reach out to me on my Instagram, Rolling with Rock page, or my Facebook, Rolling with Rock page. Or if you guys follow me on Instagram, you can find me at __ Derrick, DERRICK __ and you guys can, message me in there. And, we'll make it work, man. But thank you guys again for, checking out the show. And I appreciate you guys rolling with Rock. Peace.